Hey everyone, today we're diving into a huge question in medicine. What if the biggest revolution in weight loss is actually creating a whole new problem we didn't see coming?
Okay, so GLP-1 drugs are, without a doubt, changing the game for obesity and diabetes. The results are just wow. But there's a catch, a pretty big one, hidden in the data. And it really all boils down to this one number.
Yep, you're seeing that right, up to 45%. That means almost half of the weight people are losing isn't fat, it's muscle. And not just any muscle, it's the muscle that's absolutely vital for our metabolism. This isn't some minor side effect, you guys. This could completely change how we think about successful weight loss.
All right, so to really get why this is such a big deal, we've got to take a step back and just appreciate how massive this GLP-1 revolution really is.
I mean, you've probably heard the names by now, right? Semaglutide, Tirzepatide. These things are causing double-digit drops in body weight. I mean, think about that. It's totally reshaping how doctors treat obesity and type 2 diabetes. It's a revolution, plain and simple.
But, and there's always a but, isn't there? A new commentary in Nature Reviews Endocrinology is waving a big caution flag. They're saying this revolution might have a hidden cost, and it's something you're not going to see just by stepping on the scale.
And that brings us right to the heart of what these researchers are asking. It's this. Are we all so focused on the number of pounds lost that we're completely missing what kind of pounds are being lost? Are we choosing quantity over quality?
You know, the first warning signs didn't come from just anywhere. They came from the hard data, right from huge clinical trials like STEP-1 and SURMOUNT-1. And the numbers were, well, they were stark. They found that anywhere from 26 to 45% of the total weight lost was lean mass. For vulnerable people, like older adults, that is a huge, flashing red flag.
There's actually a clinical name for this, sarcopenia. It basically means the rapid loss of muscle and strength, the kind of thing we usually see as people get older. So the big worry here is that this kind of super fast weight loss from GLP-1s might be hitting the fast forward button on that aging process.
And look, losing muscle isn't just about not being able to lift heavy things. It matters a lot. It can make older folks more frail, it can actually make your metabolic health worse, and it can reduce your ability to just, get around. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of the treatment in the long run, right?
So to really get what's at stake, we have to kind of rewire our brains about what muscle actually is. It's so much more than we think.
This quote from the commentary just hits the nail on the head. Skeletal muscle isn't just there to help you move things. It's a vital metabolic organ. Think about that, an organ. It's actively running the show behind the scenes.
So, if muscle is an organ, what does it do? Well, for starters, it's a huge player in controlling your blood sugar. It's literally the foundation for your mobility, for your independence. And get this, it's crucial for keeping weight off in the long run. It's absolutely essential for your overall metabolic health.
Okay, but here's one of the tricky parts. How we even measure this stuff. The tool most trials use, a DEXA scan, it's a bit blurry. It just lumps muscle in with other things like organs and water and calls it all lean mass. So we're not getting a clear picture of just the muscle. It's like we're flying with foggy goggles on.
So what's the answer? We need better tools. The researchers are pushing for future studies to use things like MRIs, which can actually measure not just how much muscle there is, but the quality of that muscle. And that's key. We need to make protecting muscle a main goal, not just an afterthought.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and it's a big one. But what about solutions? Well, the good news is people are already on it. Researchers are actively paving a new way forward.
The strategy really breaks down into two parts. First, you've got the foundation, the stuff we know works, like resistance training, eating enough protein, maybe some creatine. Then you have the next wave, which is super exciting, brand new drugs designed to protect or even build muscle.
And this isn't just theory, it's happening now in clinical trials. You've got drugs like bimagrumab, which basically tells your body to take the brakes off muscle growth. Then there's apitegromab, which blocks a protein that stops muscle from building. And things like enobosarm, a SARM that targets muscle growth directly. The whole idea is to pair these with the GLP-1s to get the best of both worlds.
And guess what? The early results look really, really good. There was one study that combined semaglutide with bimagrumab, and the results were incredible. Not only did people keep their muscle mass, they actually lost more fat. That is the exact win-win scenario we're looking for.
So all of this is pointing to a huge shift in how we need to think about weight loss. It's a whole new paradigm, quality over quantity.
Let's just walk through this. So someone starts out with high body fat, but their muscle is healthy.
They take a GLP-1 by itself, and yeah, they lose fat, but they also lose that crucial muscle. The new goal, the holy grail, is to get that third outcome: lose the fat, but keep or even build the muscle.
And that, right there, is the take-home message. Losing weight shouldn't come at the cost of our muscle health. It just shouldn't. If we can protect that metabolic engine, our muscle, then we can make these amazing drugs safer, more effective, and sustainable for years to come.
And of course, we have to give a huge shout out to the authors of this work: Fabian Sanchez-Gomar, Ian J. Neeland, and Carl J. Lavi. Thank you for shining a bright light on this and really pushing the conversation forward.
So, that leaves us with one final thought. Maybe it's time to redefine what success even means. Should the future of weight loss be less about the number on the scale and all about the quality, about protecting that vital organ that is our muscle? It's a big question to think about.
Thanks so much for joining me.